and welcome to Tina's Joyful Kitchen. Tina McDermott here, and on today's show, it's all about heart health because it's February and it's all about that wonderful heart of yours. We're going to make these sweet and savory crepes. My brother called me one day, I found this crepe pan, and I just went on a crepe craze. I am so smitten with crepes these days. And then we're going to make this fabulous flounder stuffed with crab meat and shrimp. Fabulous flounder stuffed with crab meat and shrimp. It is a light and delicious dish for this time of the year. All right, ready? Let's get started. We're going to start with our crepes. Grab your blender. Always put the liquid first. So you're going to put about a cup of almond milk. You can do any milk you'd like. Oat milk, regular milk if you want, it's fine. Okay, we're going to put the milk in there. Let's get the liquids. We're going to put our eggs in there. I say this on every single show. Always crack your eggs into a separate bowl in case you have a nasty egg that doesn't belong, or you have an egg shell. Easy to remove egg shells. Okay, egg number 2 in the drink. There you go. And egg number 3. Ooh, lots of shells in that egg. You want your eggs room temperature. I have a piece of shell in there. Shell attracts shell. So I'm going to get that piece of shell out. Or you know what? It's going in the blender. It'll all get blended up and you'll get extra calcium. Or on your apron. It's all good. Making a little mess here. It's all good. Kitchen's about making messes. A little bit of sea salt. You get all your minerals in the sea salt. And we have a half a cup of almond flour, half a cup of tapioca flour. You could use arrowroot flour. You can use tapioca flour. Either. It doesn't matter. This is so easy. I love doing it in the blender because it's got the pour spout for the crepes. My crepe pan, I need to get that heated up. I have 2 crepe pans. I only have 1 real crepe pan, but I'm going to use my cast iron skillet for the second pan. Okay, so I'm heating them both up. Let's get this blended. I'll be right back. You want to put your batter in the refrigerator for about 10 minutes, but I'm also noticing that the eggs are different sizes sometimes. And this needs a little bit, it's too liquidy. I want to put a little bit more almond flour and tapioca flour in here to make this just a little bit firmer. You see how it's just too liquidy? And eyeball it. Notice this yourself, what's going on here. That might be it's not going to be pancake batter. It's not going to be that thick. It's going to be in between this and pancake batter. Here we go, in the drink. A little bit more almond flour, a little bit more tapioca flour. That's it. Have your blender do the heavy lifting here for you, okay? Have the blender do the heavy lifting. It's a little thicker, and that's what we want, just a little thicker. Okay, coconut oil. You can use butter if you want. I'm just going to use a little bit of coconut oil. My pan's a little too hot. I'm going to turn the temperature down a little bit. See how it's smoking? It's a little too hot. Just give that a second or 2, okay? Put a little coconut oil in here. If you've ever made crepes, they're a pain to flip. They're a pain to flip. So I'm going to show you a way to flip them using the 2 pans. Fun. Okay. So you were going to swirl the pan with the one hand and pour with the other. I'm right-handed, so I think I'm going to switch up. Let's switch it up here. Ready? Here goes nothing. I'm going to do about a 1/4 cup. I didn't do really well with my swirling as I was pouring, did I? So this one might have to be trash. We're going to trash this one. I'm not. Maybe it can be salvaged. Don't worry about it. Okay, it'll salvage. That's fine. So I'm using an induction burner versus gas burner. So every time I lift this up, the induction burner has a little fit. That's why you're hearing the little beeping. You're gonna let it cook for about a minute, minute and a half, and you know that it's ready to be flipped. See how I put too much in the middle here? It's all good food, it's fine. It just won't be pretty. It just won't be pretty, okay? It's not ready to be flipped yet. Just a few more moments. We'll make the next one prettier. And it's okay if you have a crepe fail. It's still good food. Okay. Yep, this is about ready to be flipped. You ready? That's it. 30 more seconds in here. And that'll be cooked. And then we'll start on the next one. I'm not going to start on the next one until I finish ruining this one. When I finish ruining this one, then we'll make a really pretty one. Okay, that's done. We're scrapping this one. We're scrapping it. Whatever. Start over. It's all good. It's all good. Let's do the next one. I think I'm going to do, instead of pouring from the big thing, I'm going to pour. It'll be a little easier. Okay? Here we go. You ready? Pour. And spin. I have made these before, I promise you, lots of them. Let's let that cook. I did double the amount of batter on this one. I shouldn't have, but that's okay. Still nice and warm. Let it cook. You know that it's ready to be turned when you see a lot of bubbles going on. It's not ready yet. Some bubbles are forming over here. You always also want to use a burner that's the same size as the pan. And again, I'm using the induction burner. So the induction burner is a little smaller than the pan. So it's going to cook a little differently on an induction versus, say, on a stovetop. Okay, this needs to cook for a few more moments. All right, I think we're ready to flip this one. Cross your fingers, cross your fingers. Takes a little bit of practice, takes a little bit of finesse. You see how this is easily coming up? Don't worry if you mess it up. All right, here we go. Almost got it. Here we go. Entertainment in the kitchen, a little bit of muscle work. It's all good. There we go. All right, 30 seconds there. 30 seconds. Shh, there we go. Okay, here we go. Start. I'm going to put a little bit more coconut oil. Here we go. We're going to make, oh my gosh, that one came out beautiful. It's huge, but that's okay. We're going to do a little bit less. I'm going to do like a third a cup. Pouring, swirling, pouring, swirling, pouring, swirling. Let's see how this happens. How this works. Nope, see that needs a little bit more. Okay, let's let that cook. This has been 30 seconds. Nope, not yet. Still a little loose. Patience and love. Patience and love. As these are cooking, you can fill your crepes with so many different things. Today, we're going to do banana and this chocolate hazelnut spread that I make every year for my sister because she loves it, loves it, loves it. And it reminds us of growing up where we were Italian and we had Nutella all the time. And Nutella is just not the same as it was when we were younger. It's just not. I don't know if they changed the recipe or if our palates have changed. So I make it for her and I will show you how I made that. I will talk through how I made it. This one is beautiful. Here we go. Crepe. Beautiful. Okay. Yes. Chocolate. This one's still cooking, so we're going to let that cook for a few moments. Okay. And yay, here we go. I'm just going to tell you what I did. You get hazelnuts and you toast them on a cookie sheet. I'm not going to do them today. I toasted them already. You want to get a lot of the peel of the hazelnuts off. So when they're warm, you put them in your towel. This is almost ready. Almost ready to be flipped. Not quite, almost. Yep, it's ready. Ready, and woof, there we go. Got a little burn in there, but that's okay. What's that? Flavor. It's flavor. My sister says it's flavor. So let's get that cooked on the other side. So you want to rub your hazelnuts and get a lot of that skin off. Not all the skin's going to come off. It's okay. But if you can see, there's a lot of skin down there. The skin can be a little bitter. Skin can be a little bitter. So what I do is I get my food processor and literally one by one, I get the skins off, this is a labor of love, and throw them into the food processor. And turn it on and you process for almost 7 to 10 minutes, okay? And as it's processing, as it starts to turn buttery, like peanut butter or almond butter, then I like to add coconut manna. This is coconut butter. I just put like a half a cup in there. And okay, this is almost done. Need to cook this side of it. It's that burner size. It's not the right size. Okay, so I'm going to put a half a cup of the coconut butter. You don't have to do this, but I think it's luscious when you do. I use about a quarter cup of cocoa powder, more if you want more punch of a coconut flavor, pinch of sea salt, and about a quarter cup of coconut sugar. You could use monk fruit if you want to lower the sugar impact. Okay, you can use confectioner's sugar monk fruit if you would like. Okay, now let's get this crepe gone. It should be done. This is so heavy. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Yay, crepe number 2 is done. Crepe number 2 is done. And now let's do chocolate sauce on one, and then we're going to do an egg and ham in the other. We're going to do an egg and ham in the other. So let's get the egg cooked up. And I'm going to use some ham lunch meat. I always get lunch meat that is nitrate free. You don't want the preservatives in your body. So I'm just going to heat it up real quick. A couple of pieces here. And I'm going to cook up my egg. I have ham on my fingers. I'm going to go wash them. I'll be right back. Okay, our egg is cooking. Let's put a little dash of sea salt on our ham. I meant on the egg. A little bit of pepper, just a little bit. And while that's cooking, let's get the banana and chocolate sauce going. What do we got? Where's our banana? Oh, there it is. Okay. This is our first crepe. It's a little sad, but hey, it's edible. This will work beautifully. Actually, we should just use it. We should just use that one. Why not? I have hazelnuts all over my counter. Snacks for later. Okay. Grab your banana. You can either put the whole banana in there or you can cut it down. This is a large banana. I don't know about you, but I don't typically eat a whole banana at once. So I'm going to slice my banana down. I'm going to slice it down. You can do slices or you can do a whole piece of banana. Totally up to you. I'm going to quarter my banana. I'm going to put that right in the middle. And then we're going to get our chocolate sauce. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so luscious and delicious. Egg is still cooking. Put as much or as little as you want of the chocolate sauce. It is delicious, packed full of protein and nutrients. Maybe put a little more chocolate sauce on the top. Now this one you're not going to be able to eat with your hands because it's got chocolate sauce on the top. But there we have it. We have our sweet crepe. Look how pretty that is. Or not. All right, and our chocolate sauce. Yummy, yummy, yum. Egg almost done. ham cooking nicely. Egg is almost done. We're going to put it in the crepe. I want a crepe that's a little bit more pliable. This one got a little hard. I'll just eat that like it is or dip it in the chocolate sauce, okay? We're going to put our pieces of ham right in there. And we're waiting for our egg to cook. We'll put the egg on top, and then we're going to get some, let's put some herbs to put on top. What kind of herbs do you want with your egg? You can do some chives. I had some dried chives. I didn't have fresh chives. We can do some parsley. Maybe we'll get a couple pieces of parsley. And let's cut up a little parsley. This will be pretty with the parsley. See, I'm just shaving those leaves off. The stems can be a little bitter, so we don't want those. And we want this to be really pretty. So just going to pick them off like so. Okay. I'm going to chop up my herbs. I'm going to roll them up like a little cigar here. There's not a lot. Watch your fingers and just chop them once. You don't want to leave parsley on the cutting board. You don't want to leave parsley on the cutting board. All right, fine, maybe twice. You don't want to macerate them. Then you'll be leaving the parsley on the cutting board. Egg, I'm going to flip it over. Easy over, it's the way I like it. Easy over, it's my favorite kind of egg. Done. Put that right there. A little bit of parsley on that. Fold that up. I want you to see the egg. A little bit of the egg. There we go. And serve that right up on a plate. Here we go. We'll put this right on a white plate. And there we have it, our sweet and savory crepes, our eggs and ham, and our chocolate sauce with bananas. I cannot wait to eat these. I'm so excited. All right, let's get ready to make some fabulous flounders stuffed with crab and shrimp. Drum roll, please. We got our cast iron skillet heating up. We're going to put a little bit of olive oil in there, and we are going to saute celery. Finely chopped celery. You want small pieces for these, okay, because it's part of the filling. And so small little pieces. My sister did a beautiful job. Peppers, chopped up peppers, and chopped up onions, and freshly chopped fresh garlic. Not jarred, okay? Freshly chopped garlic. Let's get that in there and let's get that sauteed up. I'm going to turn the heat down just a little bit. And while that's sauteing up, I want to show you something that is super fun. I might have done this on the show before, but I don't know. I love this. It's about peppers and how to cut the pepper around the seeds. Okay, so if there's a stem, cut that stem off. You want it flat, okay? And we're going to cut the pepper around the seeds, all right? See how I used my knife and I went around the seeds. I'm holding on with my fingers here, the fingertips. Cut it around the seeds, cut it around the seeds. I know I did this with a jalapeno pepper in one of the shows, but there we go. We cut seeds all intact. They're not all over the place like they always go all over the place. Makes me insane. They're all intact. Right into compost. Let Mother Nature do what she needs to do with them. All right, and then at that point you can chop your pepper down into small little pieces. I just wanted to demo that for you because it's fun. Throw that in there. All right, we don't have to do the rest of it because there's lots of pepper in there thanks to my sister who chopped it all up for us. Okay, put that aside for now. Let's talk about, this is for the filling. We'll get the filling together, but let's talk about fish. You can buy I like to buy frozen fish because it's quick. It's in the freezer. I pull it out and I can literally put the frozen fish on the pan and cook it, and it takes maybe 5 more minutes to cook when it's frozen, but you can cook fish from frozen, the flounder. I like fresh fish. I went to the fishmonger yesterday. Didn't have time today to go, so I had to go yesterday. But normally, if I'm going to get fresh fish, you go to the monger, you get the fish, and you cook it that day. I had him Let me smell the fish. You don't want fish to smell. If it smells, don't buy it, okay? I brought it home, and not only did I put it in my refrigerator, but these are baggies full of ice. I put ice and I put it on top. Fresh fish needs to be really, really cold to stay fresh. And again, smell it. You don't want it to smell. Yeah, you don't want it to smell. So we've got our fish ready, and we have our filling, the shrimp and the crab meat. And I'm just going to put my fish right onto the pan. We haven't stuffed it yet, but I need it on the pan so that we can stuff it. Got nice thick fillets. When I buy it frozen, I don't always find the nice thick fillets, and that's what I want for this particular dish, nice thick fillets, okay? There we go, we've got that. Let's get rid of this. Okay, let's get stuff ready for the filling. For the filling, we're gonna have chopped up shrimp. I have little baby shrimp, chopped up shrimp, and a can of crab meat. A little small can of crab meat that you buy near the tuna fish. It's a little less expensive than the one that you get from the fishmonger or that other the fresh can. So you can do the fresh can if you want, but you know. And whatever juice is from the can, I give that to the cats because they like it. They like it. They use that up. So we've got that. This is still cooking up. Put a little salt in here. Oh, here's my salt. Hold on. I don't want to put too much salt. And been watching Wolfgang Puck. I love the guy. You got to go from up high so you can tell how much salt is going in. He's so funny. He's so funny. All right, freshly ground black pepper. We want that in there. Always get freshly ground black pepper, much better than that stuff that you buy that's already powdered. I promise you, you will taste a difference. Okay. That's going to go in here. We've got cayenne pepper. You can use Old Bay. I'm not an Old Bay fan. I'm from New Jersey. I'm not from Maryland originally, although I've been here a long time. I'm going to put paprika in there. I'm going to save a little for the top. And almond flour. And oregano. There's some oregano in there as well. So almond flour and oregano. I'm just going to mix this up. I think I want parsley in here. I don't know if it's even part of my recipe, but I have an itch to put some parsley in here. So we're going to get some fresh parsley. And we're going to chop up some fresh parsley. Meanwhile, this is still cooking up. Oven is on 400 degrees. Oven is on 400 degrees. Okay. You can either take your leaves off with your knife or you can pick them off with your fingers. Up to you. Okay. You don't want too many stems. The stems can be bitter. Talked about that earlier. There we go. I have this beautiful parsley. Might as well put it in there. Parsley is really good. It helps detoxify your liver. Just helps. When they give it to you in a dish at a restaurant, it's for a reason, not just because it's pretty. It actually cleanses the palate and it helps the liver. Okay, chop it once. Chop it once. If you have to, maybe twice. Okay, we talked about that earlier. There we go. Maybe twice. Just a little bit. Yeah. That's why I call myself the lazy inspirational chef. Do what you're inspired to do. I have this beautiful parsley sitting here, and it just needed to be in this dish. Okay, let me make sure I've got everything that I need in here. Yep. Filling is ready. Another thing I'm inspired to do with this filling is I want a little bit of lemon juice in the filling. So I'm just going to squeeze a little bit of lemon juice right in there. You don't have to do that. I just felt like I needed to do that. Okay. Filling is ready. Oh, not ready. I need also sauteed vegetables. They'll cook a little bit more here, but you're only cooking the fish for about 12 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. So you want to make sure that your vegetables are translucent, right? They're almost there. They need about 1 more minute. So we're going to wait 1 more minute here. All right, put that right into the stuffing mix here. that beautiful stuffing. Look at all of that. Wonderful vegetables. We need vegetables in our life. We need to be eating 10 to 12 cups of vegetables a day, so why not put the vegetables right into our stuffing? This is probably enough stuffing for about 10 pieces of flounder. Oh, by the way, my shrimp was already cooked. If your shrimp was not cooked, you could have put it in here for just 2 minutes. Don't overcook the shrimp. You don't have to either because, again, you're putting it in the oven and it will cook. Yeah, but that was pre-cooked shrimp. Got our stuffing. We've got our fish. Tip for you for the kitchen. If you're going to touch meat, you have to wash your hands right away. And if you're doing a show and you don't have time, put gloves on. So I'm going to put some gloves on here, okay, and get ready for my stuffing here. It's real simple. Get some toothpicks ready. Thank you, Rose. Thank you. You could just cook that filling up and eat it just like that too. Yum. Okay, here we go. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to roll it onto itself. There we go. And I don't even think I might not need the toothpicks. Here, let's do that just in case. There we go. There we go. Flounder is a typical meal that we had growing up. My mom would just put the flounder out on the pan and put a piece of American cheese on it and a slice of tomato, a little bit of salt and pepper on the top, and then bake it. That was one of my favorite ways to eat flounder. Now this is my new favorite way to eat flounder. Here we go. Remember that, Rose? Yeah? It's really good. It's really good. And don't worry if you're a little messy here. It's okay. Okay, now let's top that off with some fresh paprika. Some fresh paprika. Look how pretty that is. You can do smoked paprika if you'd like, but the smoked paprika might over-flavor the fish. So, right, come to think of it, regular paprika is probably a little better. Now the stuffing has salt in it, right? The stuffing has pepper in it. The fish doesn't have any salt or pepper. So I'm just gonna do it just a smidgen, just a smidgen, just a teeniest little pinch of sea salt on top of that. I don't want to put pepper. I already have pepper in I don't want any more pepper in there. I'm going to put a little bit of butter on the top, just a little dollop of butter. Just a little dollop. That's it. Ooh, yum. We're going to get our lemon. Make sure there's no seeds. And then just squeeze a little bit of lemon right on the top. Ready for the oven. Cooking for about 12 to 15 minutes, and it should be ready when it's about 165 degrees. Instant read thermometer. All right, we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Everything is out of the oven, and let's get our stuffed flounder on the plate. Ah, what beautiful, gorgeous stuffed flounder. Isn't it pretty with the paprika that we put on top? And remember, we stuffed it with crab and shrimp, and we sauteed all of those vegetables, the peppers, the celery, the onions, and then we made that filling with a little bit of almond flour. Instead of using breadcrumbs, we use almond flour, a little bit of hot pepper. You could use Old Bay, but I choose not to. So there we have it, our fabulous flounder stuffed with crab and shrimp, and our sweet and savory crepes that we had so much fun making. Our sweet with our banana and hazelnut butter that we homemade, and that is a pillow of whipped cream. I had made a whole bunch of whipped cream a couple of weeks ago and I had extra, so I got a tray, a cookie tray with parchment paper, and I dolloped them on the tray, froze them for an hour or two, pulled them out and threw them into a baggie. So I thought that would make a beautiful display for you, that we have fresh whipped cream that's healthy for you. It doesn't have any of the additives that the other stuff has that you find in the grocery store. And of course, some hazelnuts and some extra bananas on that one. And our eggs and ham wrapped in our crepe. You can see the ham is under there somewhere. But sweet and savory crepes. You can make a whole bunch of crepes and put parchment paper in between them, put them in the refrigerator, and pull one out anytime that you want to make a roll-up of whatever it is that you want to make. I hope you have the most amazing, fun, healthy February ever, and remember to take care of your heart, because your heart takes care of you every nanosecond. All right, until next time, namaste. Bye for now, everyone. Have an awesome, awesome, awesome month.